Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the July 20th, 2026 Planning Board meeting. If we could first, please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I've been advised by Tom that I have to announce, I'll do it at the beginning and the end. Our next planning board meeting is August 10th. So the next meeting we'll be having is August 10th. We have no correspondence except for the most recent item that's on the agenda. So I'll move to the meeting minutes of June 29th, 2026. Any additions, corrections that we know of?
None here.
Robin?
No.
Counselor?
No.
Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes of June 29th, 2026?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll go into the regular portion of the meeting. First up, we have a request from Toll Brothers for a second 90-day time extension. Locations 2302 and 2248 Catherine Street. Your Honor.
Good. I wish, I'm not there. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. David Cooper, partner with the law firm Bazar and Steinmetz here, representing Toll Brothers. We're here tonight just to request another 90-day extension of the subdivision plat approval. We're close, but we're still processing it through the Department of Health in the county. Toll is aiming to close on the property in early August. They wouldn't be doing that without plat approval and before presenting not only the plat but the site plan to the chairman for signature. So we anticipate that happening soon, but I believe the extension that you granted for the first 90 days runs early August. So just to be safe, we wanted to extend it again. With respect to conditions of approval for the site plan, there were 13 conditions that were required before we could come before your board or would come before the chairman for signature. Of those, only 6 are outstanding. 2 of them SWIP approval by the DEP and then by the town. 2 are the bonds, the performance bonds, which we just need Dan to sign off on the amounts, and then those will be presented. And then 2 are legal documents, which are currently in review. Well, actually, the town has special counsel for that one, and they're currently in review. So, we believe that the next meeting will be back before you will have all of the conditions completed. But just to give you the update on where we are. But just for tonight, we're just asking for the 90-day extension of the subdivision approval.
Counselor, do you know how long it's going to take to review those legal documents?
No, sorry, I haven't seen them.
Well,
It's outside counsel.
Yeah, they have outside counsel. There was a potential conflict with this firm, so.
But they would also be acknowledged if it was coming through. So I just was wondering if you had heard any notices yet.
Sorry.
Not yet, okay?
I mean, I think we're close. Is what
And what about any administration issues that we had? Any numbers or parallels or lines or anything that was inconsistent?
No, that's another application.
Okay.
That
I'm
was,
just saying, no, it just, in looking here, it said to me that this is your final extension. There's nothing new from the health department. I'm saying.
I mean, the health department's taking.
They don't need anything.
Yeah.
They're just taking a long time.
Yes, I mean, I don't want to characterize it, but it's just.
Stole their engineer.
Yeah.
It happens.
All applications right now are taking some time, so there are a bunch.
But they don't need anything from us. No. Okay, just making sure.
They need staff, just like probably everybody.
Like everybody else.
Anything else from the board?
No.
Robin?
There's nothing else for us to do.
Counselor?
Oh, wait.
No. Motion approved.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Aye.
Thank you. Good seeing everybody. Yeah.
Take care. Okay, next we have the Colangelo subdivision. This is their first 90-day time extension. Location's 1805 Jacob Road.
Good evening, Joseph Reen, the principal site design consultants, and representing the Colangelos regarding their subdivision. You received a letter from Hockerman, Tortorella, and Wexstein explaining the status and the request for a single 90-day extension.
And same thing, did you get any of your legal documents that you needed?
What's
Are
that?
they waiting for anything?
They're waiting for the plat has to be revised, and also some easements and other documents that need to be reviewed by the town council.
And what about the trail committee, or are they working with them with the easement for the trail?
I believe so, right?
Okay.
John Colangelo.
Everything's in the works.
Yes.
And there's no changes in the lots or anything like that, right?
Any other concerns from the board?
No.
Robin?
No.
Counselor?
Nope.
That being said, do I have a motion to approve Colangelo 90-day time extension?
Motion.
Motion.
Second?
All's in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Buonasera.
All right, next we're gonna move into the work session. First on the agenda is 3611 Gomer Street. This is a discussion of special use permit. This is a proposed installation of a 24.75 kilowatt ground-mounted solar system consisting of 45 solar modules and 45 microinverters.
Now, I have a question. This is small-scale solar?
I have no idea. It does not even dictate what size the panels are.
Good evening, yes,
They do.
it's a residential. This is for.
Pursuant to
3611
our
Gromer, right?
code. That's all I wanted to know.
3611 Gomer.
It says,
Yeah.
it is,
That's,
it is small scale.
Yeah.
yes, it
it's
is considered residential.
Small scale, but ground mount is planning board special permit.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't,
My question,
Yes.
why can't you put it on a roof instead of on a ground?
yeah.
The
You
homeowner
have to tell me
prefers
all
it
about it.
on the ground just because is less chances of leaks.
Let me tell you,
With less chance of what?
Of leaks.
Leaks on the roof?
Yes.
come
Less
on.
penetrations on the roof. It's more.
But they're only like 1.71 acres. They're not even 2 acres.
Yeah,
It's in the
that's the
code.
question I have. Isn't it substandard in the first place?
There's gonna be variances that are needed. This is an aggressive application, in my
There's
opinion.
the screening,
There's no landscape design at all.
no, but
No.
the houses alongside and in front can clearly see that.
Oh yeah, there's no way to hide it.
And there's no reason why they can't put it on a roof.
So it's in the backyard. It's pretty hidden behind the.
But it's 45 panels, right?
Yes.
Because if it's 24.75 kilowatts, you're looking at 45 panels, and they're double laned. Oh, they're 4. 1, 2,
They're
3, 4.
all. Yes,
Yeah.
they're all landscaped.
So there's a whole. So it's like almost in the step of like a 60 by 40 swimming pool. How high are they?
It goes up to, I believe, 6 feet.
So you're removing the pool. You're putting it on what? Soil that's been backfilled.
No. So it gets dug up, put 3 feet of concrete footings.
So
and
the
then-
gunite comes up from the pool.
I'm sorry?
The
The
gunite.
gunite? No, I think
Okay,
it's
the
a,
ground-
it's an above ground.
Okay, so you're just removing it.
Yes, it's already been
No,
removed.
they are
I
not
believe.
removing the
Pool's
pool.
not being removed. We did a site survey on,
Hold it.
Why
Hold it.
don't you explain exactly what's going on?
Because the pool's on the other side. How is that going to even
Wait,
work?
wait.
So, to my knowledge, was here for zoning. Zoning told me I had to come to planning
Yes.
for the special permit for the
Right.
deck. They already did the inspection, I believe, last week. There was
Okay.
already an inspector on site and a representative from the company. I'm not too sure whatever happened over there. They told me that everything was okay and that now I go to planning and ask for the permit.
So you're gonna be seeking a special use permit from,
Yes,
and you're representing the owner.
yes,
You're the installer.
yes.
So I think what you're hearing from the group is, we're concerned that it is ground mounted and not on the roof.
Right.
You explained that the owner doesn't want it on the roof because they're worried about leaks.
No bullshit.
We're worried about the town just went through a moratorium
Right.
for ground mounted solar and other solar and energy backup related devices. So this is the first application out of the box
Okay.
where you're required to get variances from the zoning board,
Mhm.
special use permit here. So what we're looking at, and what we're gonna be asking is how it impacts the area and planning issues. So, you haven't received any variances yet, they forwarded it off to us. So they want our input, so they can make a determination of what they perceive as how it goes forward. So why don't you explain the ground-mounted system, how it's gonna be installed in the ground? Are you making any grade changes? How high it is? What way are they gonna be facing? So we get an understanding of what the project's gonna look like. Because the
Right.
last time, there was, I believe, a representative from your,
Yes.
it was his first time out of the
Yeah, it was
gate,
young.
and he was 'Cause he was nervous and he didn't have answers.
Okay.
So why don't you explain the system to us?
All right, so usually they're south facing, so that's where they're most efficient at.
Okay?
I believe they are, should be a compass on side. Yes, they are south facing. They start off on, let me tell you, I believe it is a 25 pitch.
Yeah.
What's the pitch?
I believe it's 25, I gotta find it on here. But it usually starts off on 3 feet on the low end, typically ends around 5.5 feet on the high end, depending on how tall. So this
So
one
at the
goes,
bottom of the panel, it's gonna be 3 foot off the ground.
yes,
It's gonna be at a 25% pitch,
yes.
possibly up to 6 feet.
So anywhere usually between 15 to 25. And then it goes up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels going up, so it'll probably be closer like to the 6 feet, 5.5 foot mark. Just because of how far up it goes.
And those trees are gonna not be there in the winter. There's gonna be no buffering in the winter.
So they run a
Are they
program.
arborvitae's?
They run a program through shading, so I believe that's the most efficient spot for sun shading, like throughout the whole entire year.
You got, what our concern is
It's
not
not-
sun shading. Our concern is,
Protecting the neighbors.
right,
Okay.
and it's a very,
Screening.
right, it's a very industrial look.
Right.
And, right, so we had an application before that just went through, and we made sure to the best of our ability and included things in the resolution that you're not gonna be able to see it from anywhere else.
Okay.
This is gonna be very visible,
Okay.
right? This is a small lot in a developed neighborhood already, and I think what you're hearing from us is we're very concerned
About the
about the
appearance.
precedence, the appearance,
Okay.
and also, we know that the resident has the ability to put it on the roof,
Right.
right? So there is an option.
Right.
They don't want to take that option.
Right. It all comes down to his discrepancy.
Right.
Okay.
So I know on my end, I'm extremely concerned about the application.
And also, Rich, what about the glare analysis? Like, was a glare analysis done? Like, how that would affect the road? Because like, what's the maintenance access? Like, are you gonna, like, it's got a lot of stormwater impact in that area with all the trucks that come by. I mean, the weight, the Titanic plates that are just in the ground itself. Like, there's a lot of movement. Plus, you have the pool that's right next door to it. So, were they thinking about heating the pool and bringing electricity to their house?
I'm not too sure what they.
Yeah.
plan on
So,
doing.
I mean,
I'm sure there are going to be.
but there's a lot of trenching then as well.
There's code
So-
compliance issues.
Yes.
A pool that close to something where
Yeah,
you can
that's-
jump off that into the,
I don't know where the mechanics are, where their table is.
I think this is, in my opinion, a very preliminary application. And I think they're just looking for some kind of guidance. And it's just as one member of this board, my guidance would be to put it on the roof. That's it.
How are they getting past the lot size?
Well, they're looking for
Look for
variance.
variances.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
but why would you be submitting an application that doesn't comply with the current ordinance?
But that's not
That,
That's not uncommon.
Right.
I'm not saying it's common or uncommon, I'm just asking if you've had an opportunity to review the ordinance.
So I believe what it was, is he's just shy of the 2 acres, and he just prefers it on the ground mount rather than the roof. So he wanted to go through the measures of seeing if it was possible.
But there's all these other concerns, I think, that are just something that to get addressed.
So with the glare, there's not, it's hidden in the backyard, it's forested off, so I don't believe there's gonna be a glare that's gonna reflect over to the street.
I mean, I don't know what it looks like.
On
I've
the other
seen some
side of the house.
You got
It's-
40 solar panels, is that what the count is?
45.
It's,
45?
it is 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I've seen
8,
other-
9. So
I've seen them also kill trees.
9 times 5 is what? So, can you get 45 panels on the roof?
I'm not too sure. That would have to, we
That's
have to
why.
send another person out there to
Fewer.
site survey and measure the roofs. There's also fire clearances and other, I guess, like ordinances too with the roof.
Well, this is on a referral to us or not?
No.
This is a straight application for us. So
Well,
is there additional information that we would need in order to move this to the next step?
If we approve this, it would open up a can of worms because
Well,
there's so
I
many.
understand that, but I'm not saying,
To-
I just want to get us to the point where we make that
We
decision.
can make a decision to,
I think we need, as Sergio had alluded to, a calculation to see if all this can go on the roof. And this type of system, it looks like, and again, we're not anti-solar. We've approved a lot of solar farms. It looks aggressive, and again, it looks like a very large system for the residents. So I think we need to get more information from your guys,
About what?
if this system could be put on the roof.
I don't think
Is
that's our
that, is
goal.
that relevant for our
I
decision?
think, well,
So I would assume.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
would
our,
assume-
we're not trying to convince the homeowner to do one or the other.
no, but.
We're here to say that the ground mount,
Just
based upon a number of different, we did a site survey on Saturday. Will, I think you were there before I got there. There's a lot of issues, both with this lot size, which is number one, right? It's it
That's
should
the
be
big
2
one.
acre, it's 1.7, so it's just gonna strike one. The setback from the side yard is yet another issue.
Yeah, was it 14, is it 20?
And that's gonna be impacted by not only, the pool, if the pool remains, they've moved it further back in the yard, but the setback on the side yard is still an issue. So you got kind of strike two there. Then there's the issue that we ultimately always get to, which is the appearance.
Right.
The impact here really is to the neighbors on either side. It's not impacting the Gomer Street. You really can't see it from the street that I could imagine. So it really is the impact to the neighbors on either side. There's really no way to screen it from the neighbor on the left, because that would create shading
Right.
on the system. So you're right in terms of preliminary, because if they want to try and do it on the ground, which I would say there's already 2 strikes there, they'd have to find it in a different location.
Okay.
And right now, it would almost have to rotate 90 degrees just to accommodate the physical aspect of the site. It would almost have to rotate 90 degrees.
So if you were to rotate the orientation of the panels, that would affect production size,
Correct. So-
eventually causing to need more panels to offset
Correct.
production that you're losing.
So I think the chairman's recommendation that you do a calculation to see what kind of system you could put on the roof to accommodate whatever it is they need, whether it's heating the pool or heating or running their home.
From what I
Because
can,
the ground system in that location, in my one person's opinion, is not gonna work.
I agree with you.
okay. From
Just,
what I
just
can-
so you know, screening and buffering are not options for you to say, well, I can get this much or not. The law requires screening and buffering from adjacent properties.
Okay.
Adjacent residential properties from the streets and from the road. So it's not something you can escape or overlook here. Okay?
It sounds like it's just not possible.
Yeah.
Did you already go to the zoning board on this?
Yeah, so zoning sent us over here because it was just shy of the 2 acres, and on top of that, there was a discrepancy between a deck and a pool. I believe they already got that situation handled out.
So on top of it, there's another deck that's also gonna be built there?
No,
Oh,
taken
okay.
out.
But,
I think that's already done. I believe it was all done during the inspection.
Let's tell them to come back with the calculation.
I
for
mean, I
the
don't
roof.
even know where the
That's-
equipment
that's
is
the
for
end
the
of it.
panels.
I saw
you-
that meeting on TV, and they seemed very confused as to why they were getting it. But I think maybe some more detailed correspondence to the
Zoning.
zoning board
Who's confused?
about what
Zoning.
the issues are.
but why is the zone, we don't have to involve,
Well, I think
What's
they
the
were.
normal-
Meeting, they didn't.
what's the normal sequence of an application like this where we have a site plan that's not been finalized or even given a
Right.
green light by us to even get to the zoning board
So
at this point?
generally, the building department would get the application, right? They would forward it over. In this case, it comes.
Yeah,
straight in.
this was our issue because it's the first one. We did not think it was your approval. And then they ended up going to the zoning board
first.
and they correctly stated that it was ours. So that's why they've been there instead of here
So it was
first.
a little hodgepodge.
So the zoning board has no role at the moment.
No.
They're just waiting for you.
I just want to clarify that so that the applicant's aware of what our procedures are. Normally, what happens is if we end up agreeing on a site plan that's likely to move forward, then you could, you go to the zoning board and get the variances or not from them, and then you come back here and say, okay, now we can approve it. We're not there yet.
So what are the variances that you guys are looking for right now? It's just aesthetics pretty much, and
It's
on-
not a variance,
Not a
it's,
variance.
it's compliance
Oh,
with our
compliance.
code.
Right.
The plan
It's-
that you submit
Yes,
has to comply with all applicable codes,
correct.
right? So, you haven't shown any screening, you haven't shown any drainage. From what you've shown, it requires variances. So it's a very aggressive plan.
Okay.
So, it sounds like, and Rob, thank you very much for your very detailed explanation of the site visit. I don't know how you get there.
So, going back to the original question, just by looking off of that, I don't think he would be able to fit that many mounted panels on his roof. Again, causing him to lose production, which I don't know what the, like, rate, like percentage rate is, so where it does, like, where it is feasible to get solar and handle the loan rather than to just not get solar if you're not gonna get your full 100% production.
Right, but you're the power guy, so
Yes.
you can advise the customer on
Make it
what the best
smaller.
way to do it.
Screen it.
Right, but if he can only fit half of the panels on his roof, he will always be paying half to NYSEG over here.
Correct, but he
and then-
doesn't have, he already doesn't have a 2-acre lot. So
Correct.
that's strike one.
Correct.
So right there, there's, for me, it's game over. So I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is we're giving you the option to go back and revisit the parts of the ordinance that need to be respected, and then also find out different possibilities to maximize what his property can get through
Right.
solar. And it might not be 100%,
Would-
but 80% is still good.
Would you guys be in favor if I can get the homeowner convinced some on the roof and then a really smaller ground mount system?
I'm gonna
in
make a
case production-
suggestion.
Yes.
You're gonna have to, I would get the owner, yourself, your engineer, whoever that might be, to come in and sit with the planning staff and vet out all these issues. Because if you put in screening in compliance, required compliance with the code, it's gonna downsize or upsize the requirements of the system.
Okay.
So you need to sit down and get all these variables on the table and come up with a plan that, again, you're the electric end of it, right? You know what they're looking for and what's gonna work. If you do half and half, I don't know. I'm not saying one way or the other at this point. All I'm saying is you have to show compliance with the code.
Okay.
And that hasn't been done.
Okay.
So we're
So-
looking at something, and you hear the questions. I think you hear the
Right.
tone of what
Right.
we're getting at here.
So,
So you have some hard work to do.
is it all right if I write these down? What-
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
So, first step would be the screening on the neighbors, right?
The required, and I would also sit with the building inspector, because I am sure,
So he'll be able to tell me a list of things that,
Well, you
well,
can-
between the planning department, Robin,
Hmm?
director of planning, all right, your engineer, the building department, because if you put a pool next to something where someone could leap, you
Right.
got a lot to look at.
right,
Right? Then the pool, again, I don't know what the height is, if, does it require a fence, was it there's a lot of questions.
Right.
Right? But on top of all that, you have to show screening in compliance with the code.
okay.
From what you just said, if you put screening in that would comply with the code, you're gonna have to go with a bigger system to get what he's looking for, or they're looking for.
Right, if you
It's
want
just
to
like a cake.
move it
Right,
over ever
or
so
twist
slightly,
it, or,
however the
so-
case may be.
you have to look at all these variables
Okay,
with the group
right,
and come up with different
Different method.
options, right? And if it works, if it doesn't work, and then you come back here, and there's no guarantees,
correct.
right?
You have a copy of the
What's the square
ordinance?
footage on the house, do you know?
Do not,
The square footage on the house?
Yeah, what's the square footage on the house?
1.7 something.
That's the property.
That's the acreage.
What, the square footage of the
Yeah,
house?
square
It's
footage.
1,814 square feet.
So you need 40 panels to get 100% coverage on an 1,800 square foot house?
It doesn't matter right now.
No, it's not about.
I think,
He must use a lot of
Does
electricity.
he
So
have a
it all
copy
is
of
based
the
off of
ordinance
like
even?
your
I
NYSEG
I
bill.
don't think he does. Let's get it on the record.
It also was bought and then flipped and fixed, so who knows what's in it.
I
Right,
can't
I-
tell you how much electricity he uses,
That's what I'm
doesn't
saying.
use, it all goes
We
off of
get it.
NYSEG.
and we
So they
also
look at the bill and
understand,
they determine he needs X amount, and,
Yeah.
you're with the solar company.
yes,
You need to get your site engineer,
correct,
right? Get everybody in the room
okay,
on your end first, and then come to the town with Robin, the director, building inspector, look at the code issues, all right? So that you're, because I don't think you have a copy of the ordinance of the zoning code. You're putting out there a system that you know complies with what the homeowner's looking for, period. You gotta look at all the requirements, all right?
Alright, so make a meeting with you, then,
Not me,
I'm sorry,
the director, Robin,
Robin,
the building
Okay.
department, your engineer, your homeowner, whoever you're working with, to come down and look at all this,
Understood,
all right?
understood.
If you have any questions, just yield to Robin, she'll be able to help you.
So I'd assume my managers would know how to get in contact with Mrs. Robin, right?
They applied,
Yeah,
so I
absolutely.
imagine so.
Okay, perfect.
All right?
Yes,
Thank you very much for your
thank you.
understanding.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening. Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Take care. All right, next we have a ZBA referral, number 24/26, the Exploratory Play Center of Yorktown, 2405 Compound Road. I know you wanted to,
Yeah, I just wanted to make a statement for the record that I do not have a formal conflict of interest in this matter, but as counsel to another organization that is in negotiations with the applicant for similar daycare setting, I have been doing legal work in connection with that organization. So I just want to let you know.
I'm sorry, I think I missed a little bit what you said.
Oh, my name's Aaron Bach, and I'm an attorney, and I've been doing legal work for another organization in which you're negotiating for space
Okay,
for a daycare center or something similar, so I just want that to be on the record.
okay.
Okay?
how you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm
Good.
Grace.
You're on. You could state your name for the record.
Grace Romanoli.
So, we're speaking about 2405 Crom Pond, also known as St. Andrew's Church. Previously in 2022, it was approved for a preschool for for grades pre-K 3 through grade 5. There were renovations made to the building, permanent partitions, exit ways, so on and so forth. And the enrollment initially was 25 to 32 students, but it was approved as, in this calendar year into 2027, to be 70 to 80 students. Again, the grade levels were pre-K through grade 5, and 10 students at each level. So, what Grace is proposing at the Exploratory Play Center is utilizing the same space. However, it's going to be a daycare, not a preschool. There will be, and as you could, if you take a look at the handout we just gave you, the age groups are 18 to 36 months in most of the class spaces, and there are some 2 class spaces that are going to be 3 years or older.
Joe, did you said you handed us, you had
Yeah,
a
just-
new handout?
Yeah, you didn't pass them down, Judy.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you got-
Side.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do something about that.
Thank you.
So I was thinking about the parking for your staff and then also the traffic in and out. So they would go all the way into the larger side, not the smaller, so the larger parking lot? The
Oh,
loop,
right, it goes
yeah,
around.
it goes around, right.
Tons of parking,
So I'm
right.
saying, so you would have them just drop them off in the front
Correct.
door? Okay, and then they would get back.
It
and
could
they
just
would
go
leave-
right
yeah.
back and right out.
And then they would loop back around 202. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, the playground is not on the front side. It's
Correct, it's in the back.
in the back, yeah, I remember that.
So,
I've been there for my kids' Boy Scout stuff.
And the playground doesn't conflict with the traffic.
Yeah,
It's also
no, just to make
fenced in.
sure, just to
Yeah, it's
see,
also
yeah.
fenced in, right.
And as far as the 3 and greater, is there an age that's the cutoff for greater? Is that like elementary school or?
It depends if I put school kids there or not. Any room, there are rooms that I can put ages 3 and up, so depending on the capacity and what I bring in. I also have a licensed daycare in my own house. I live right across the street.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Right,
Say
so,
by grace, I know. a lot.
yeah, so, I'm doing this a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so I could put school age there too, and then the
That's
buses,
around 202.
obviously after the license, and Yorktown would bus the children.
That's what I'm asking. So there would be, so there could be potential where, because
Correct.
even the UPK before and after.
UPK is harder
Because
because they don't
3,
have,
you said
they're not
3.
busing from the children's corner
Right.
unless I offered, which I could do.
A
with
shuttle.
signed agreement. Well, I could pick up if I want to, transportation. That's a signed agreement from the parent, otherwise it would just be from kindergarten up all Yorktown schools.
So it would
Brookside,
be
Crumpler,
kindergarten and up, yeah,
Correct.
okay,
Up until like 12.
yeah,
Most people don't, they don't need me after
Yeah.
that age anyway.
yeah. It's
Usually
usually-
it's K to.
Yeah,
we
fourth
work with
grade,
fifth.
yeah, fourth, fifth grade to holding.
Mhm.
Okay, because also the buses would do the same loop.
Yes,
It would probably be like an upside down U, they would go. It
and
would just,
depending on how many students, a lot of times they put a small bus.
yeah,
Most of the time it'd be a small bus in a parking lot like that. I don't know about a big bus, because they would pull all the way up. I mean, there is room, but most of the time, it's a small bus.
So, Joe, there's no parking issues?
No, there's no parking issues,
No
there's
traffic
plenty of
issues.
parking. Let me get you to the site plan.
Existing building.
Yeah.
would you be open the same hours as like Little Red, the same kind of comparable?
6:30
Yeah,
AM to
okay.
6 PM, likely, up, depending again on need, demand.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
So,
What if-
you know, at total, we're talking about 55 children
Yeah.
on a regular basis. We do have to make modifications to 3 of the rooms where we have to provide emergency exits and proper lighting.
Okay,
So that's shown on the floor plan that we submitted.
Bless you.
let's see.
Now you can see there's
Certain
a,
ages require a second means of
Yes.
egress.
all right, so we've got bathroom facilities.
Compliant,
I'm
right?
sorry?
There's a bathroom that's ADA compliant,
Oh,
plus
yeah, yeah.
there's the doors.
I
and
had the
everything.
state come out already and fire inspector.
We have entry on the property and then exiting on Vineland. Is that right?
Correct.
You-
So
Through
there's,
and out on
there's a,
that street?
yeah, so on that site plan there, you could see directional arrows.
Yeah, I see.
On how the traffic's going.
All right, there's no controls on Vineland, right? There's nothing out over there?
Other than a
except
stop sign, no.
And any compatibility or
Where's
noise impacts
Vineland?
to the church or?
Closest Vineland to anything.
The church people,
I
they're here.
see you.
Joe, you
Nice to see you.
No noise.
Station, courthouse down
Joe,
there.
you guys are in front of zoning for something, right? You got a public hearing coming up?
That's correct.
You want to explain the timeline that you have on that?
Well,
Okay.
we're hoping to get, we're
Nothing
hoping to
already
get back on zoning at their next meeting, so we're in need of
That's good.
direction from
That's
the
good.
planning board.
For what variances?
What's that?
What variances?
Well, it's a special use permit, right,
Okay.
for,
Yeah, for the extra rooms and stuff.
and the zoning board is the lead agency on that.
I don't see any problem.
6 to 6.
No, I know the venue pretty well.
Yeah.
so
Well, what's-
For me, it was the buses, but you'll time it.
Hold on.
Good place for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
See any planning issues here, you?
No. I think we're, you see anything, Robin? You can say?
No, Joe, were you gonna write a traffic analysis?
If you would like, we could put something
Well,
together.
It's required as part of one of the requirements for this.
Okay.
Meaning what? Where the
Um,
cars go in and out?
Yeah, and, well, cars going in and out, and how many cars, let's say per hour, we expect to go in and out.
That's good also for the buses and stuff when you,
If I do have, right now, right, but as far as like timing, that all depends
Simple.
on pickup time is all different times.
correct.
It's not like I open up, everybody comes at once.
But 202 gets crazy
know.
during certain times, so
I
it's.
know, I live there.
Yeah, so it's about that.
Right,
But it also will help you with the buses and stuff to present to the school.
right, yeah. I have buses
Yes,
now
sir.
that
I
come
have
to
a
my house.
question.
Yeah.
I'm used to
We'll
dealing
put
with
that down.
buses, yeah.
How come we did an approval back in 2021 when Mariel School went in there, and we don't have to do anything now?
Because that was a private school. That's not a daycare. And that was your approval.
Yeah, wasn't that a language school or something?
Yeah.
So what we approved was
You approved a private school.
private school, and then once we're not doing that, it doesn't come back here. Okay.
The requirements are different.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah.
daycare.
So
you
a
can sit down
daycare
with
in a
Robin.
residential zone is a zoning board approval.
Goes to the zoning. Okay.
What's that?
You'll sit down with Robin, get the documents
I
we
think that
need,
was an international school,
Yes.
right?
right?
We'll get
Other
that
than
straightened
that,
out.
Do we see any planning issues?
No.
None.
Is it okay then if he submits the traffic that we write the memo back to ZBA?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Does this, allow, this here meeting, initiate any kind of a permit to start doing what I need to do construction-wise, or I have to still wait for August for the building, because
No.
I have to put doors?
You can't do
and-
nothing yet.
Can't do
Yeah,
anything?
no.
This doesn't approve that?
No.
Okay.
You're in the right direction.
I feel, okay.
But-
One step at a time.
Yeah, no sledgehammers yet.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we good?
Thank
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks.
That's yours.
Oh,
Okay, now we have a town board referral, take care. Town board referral for Tom Diana Park at Grand Knoll Sports and Recreation Complex. This is proposed paving of the existing gravel parking lot, proposed construction of a beach volleyball court at the Tom Diana Park at Grand Knoll Sports and Recreation Complex.
Do you have a copy of that? I just want to make sure.
Congratulations that your son.
You know this man?
I saw your dad.
So what's going on here is that, if you recall, this was being processed at one time for Canopy Solar over the parking lot. And as that project went away, but as part of that project, it was approved to pave the parking area with a combination of asphalt and porous pavement. And the DEP issued an approval on that. And that approval is to the town because it's a town facility. Seizing the fact that we have an approval to pave that parking lot, the,
Thank you.
the Recreation Board, the Recreation Commission, the town board is interested in paving that parking lot based on the approval that was issued by the DEP minus the canopies. So we're proceeding with, and we've put out to bid this project already. There is a change to this. There's a component that when the original plan was done, there was no indication what was going to be done with the material that was excavated out of the parking
All
lot
the gravel and stuff?
Or the gravel?
Right.
Yeah.
and where is that
Gravel.
gonna go. So, we've identified 2 areas where we could deposit this material and it will serve a future purpose. So one area, so if you, I'll point to it. One area. So one area is off, if you're familiar with the park, when you get up to the bend right before the maintenance building, there's an overflow parking lot right there. Below that overflow parking lot, there's an area, a fairly slightly sloped area that we're gonna deposit a portion of the fill. Now, this will serve as a future benefit because it was always in the back of the commission's mind and the town's mind to maybe add some additional gravel parking in that area. So this kind of sets up the stage for that. Unfortunately, there isn't enough room there for all the fill. So there's an area across the road, this area here, where there are the remains of an old barn. There's concrete foundations, driveways, and big asphalt parking area. And we're going to use that area as additional fill. Now, in both locations, the fill's going to be put in place. It's going to be compacted. It'll be stabilized. So that location is beneficial because it's a trailhead and it'll provide parking for the trail that goes across to the bridge over on, that goes over the Taconic and then takes you over to the other side of the Taconic. So that's the change that we're working on now. So we've put together a permit to do that work. We've submitted to the DEP an amendment to the SWIP. We've already had a conversation with them. They seem to be fine with it. We're hoping that they turn that around quickly. And because of the window of use of the field, we only have 2 or 3 week window at the beginning of August to get this work done. So, what we're looking to do is get a MS4 fill, permit. Now, part of, I failed to mention that about 6,400 square feet of this area that we're filling is in a buffer area for a small wetland that's on the property there. And if you see those 2 parallel dash lines that are cutting across there at an angle, that's where the sewer and water main connections are for the Granite Knolls project, so that's our limit in a southerly direction. Can you, want to add anything? Okay.
All right, so what's our problem?
Basically, we're trying to make a little bit more of a parking area where you could pick up the trail. So, I mean, that's part of the intent of moving the fill. Am I right, Jim?
And not only that, the slab that's there now is an attractive nuisance that is leaning and crumbling. So it is quite a danger to any youths that are hanging out down there. And clearly, with all the spray paint that we're seeing and the empty bottles, that there is a bit of a hangout in that location. So we want to make that a safer location where our responsible hikers can pull into and have a place to hike, because that Granite Knolls Trail doesn't really have a main place to pull into. So, you know, to kind of want to make that more apparent outside of Granite Knolls, and then you're crossing Stony Street to then access that hiking trail. And Rich, I know you know that trail well now that you're retired.
The red trail. So, and you have on here the beach volleyball court?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that. So
Before you get to that,
Yeah.
is there any way you can move the stockpile out of the buffer? Are there any other places to put it?
We could, but that will significantly cut down the amount of volume we can keep on site, and it will also cut that potential parking area down. Probably in the vicinity of, I would say, about half. It would cut it down to about half of what we're showing.
The wetlands, is that where the bridge goes over, where the trail is? Yeah.
So there's a small wooden bridge that you're talking
Right.
about, and it's just a strip of wetlands that's
Little
over
area?
there. Yes, correct.
Would the future parking be in the buffer?
Yes.
Which I feel like they're doing it anyway, without it being
Well, I mean,
safe.
a good portion of the
Parking approved, or?
of the driveway up
Hmm?
into the park and a lot of the park itself,
Is it on here?
improvements, it
Mm.
was already in the buffer, and
Yeah,
also-
they were already using it.
also it
There's parking out there right next to the shed.
filled some wetlands also, so.
That's
that-
already
So my
out there.
curiosity is with the paving of
There
the
is.
lot and then the increased space that's being created
It's
by
this.
the item 4, or the gravel that's being reused, is the drainage gonna be connected to the beach volleyball? Like, where's everything kind of pouring out to?
Where's the beach volleyball?
The
court?
beach volleyball's
Right next to the
it's
basketball
north, and it connects to a swale that's not connected to
So
this.
it's gonna go
Go north.
north and not south?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
I didn't know where it was going. Because I was just saying, you're
It's
gonna
up
have to
here.
collect the water that's coming now from the,
Yeah, and
from the
just with the beach
basketball.
volleyball, I happen to be doing this project while this is also going on. So to be more transparent, instead of doing a short form, we just added it to this.
yeah,
Yep.
no, that's what I was saying, I didn't know if it was gonna connect or not.
Listen, I gotta say, as one member, and as you said, recently retired, I have a newfound love and respect for the Yorktown Parks Recreation Department.
Amen.
Superintendent, you do an unbelievable job. I don't know how you get it done with the staff you got, but
You do it.
It is unbelievable. The care, especially with this park in particular, because I'm up there a lot, I think they think I sleep in the woods, but every time I'm up there, I see these guys up there. It is unbelievable. And the amount that it's used, and that now that you're able to pave it, because you could see people run through there. And you
All
could-
day.
Oh, but even the, you saw, some hoople went through there, maybe tore it up a little bit. I think this would be a great.
We're
great-
trying to pride ourselves on being accessible, but you
Yeah.
have a parking lot that has
Gravel.
riprap and gravel
Right.
everywhere. So how can you be accessible if you're pulling out, you're handicapped and pulling out into a bunch of rocks?
Especially with the kids' park you
Yeah.
got up there, it's open to everybody. I mean,
Jim,
it's just
Jim,
unbelievable.
talk about that part of the trail that leads to, that piece that leads to the trail, right, where this parking is, right? What do we wanna do there? We wanna make something like it's like a sensory trail
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's a great point.
Just
So-
to be more inclusive, and so the whole thing is kinda like meshing together, into something pretty great,
Yep.
right?
So, we're putting up the Century Garden there in the future, near future, and then we wanted to also do a Century Trail that's not on the other side of Stony Street, but on the Granite Knoll side, that you'd walk from the other parking lot that he just mentioned, and you'd be able to walk and feel each sense. So each sense will have a different feel to it throughout the trail. So it's really going to be a special project. Joe can actually speak.
Yeah,
to
so
that as
actually,
well.
this lower parking area that we're establishing, the one that's in the buffer, that would be the start of that trail. The trail would go south from that point towards the entry road, and then that area, there would be a trail system with different vantage points or places where you could stop and experience the different senses, and it's gonna loop back and come back to that parking area. So I didn't know if you wanted me to mention it,
We're
but,
not quite there yet with
but-
that project, but yes.
but that will be the start of that trail. And that's something we've kind of conceptually planned out at this point, but we're not there yet.
Anybody have any issues?
No issues, no issues.
I gotta tell you, and
Let's-
once again, Superintendent,
Give him
I think
credit.
you'll be
Give him
commended, you and your group. You do an unbelievable job. You're a credit to this town, and keep up the great work, and you have our full support.
The only
Thank you.
concern I
Volleyball
have,
is like a thing, like in Lewisboro and Brooklyn, they have like actual leagues that will come and they have the rake
They
that
gotta do
cleans the
wetlands
sand, so I'm
mitigation
trying to
or-
get you
or
one.
whatever they do.
Because it goes on the machine. So you have to do it by hand.
I want to
But yeah,
make sure
no,
that
it's some
that
really
goes
cool
in.
stuff.
You got the Kubota up there, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
We have a
And then do the
permit,
attachment, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I was like, we're not doing this on my.
But let's say,
Okay.
the wetlands.
wetlands mitigation measures are going to be detailed as you go through this application with the town board?
Right, well, that future trail and some of the components of that future trail, and it was always, from the beginning of the project, and it just never, the funds never were there. But that whole area was to be enhanced and part of the mitigate, the
Okay,
wetland
that should be
mitigation.
in the application package, just to set forth the whole plan, whether it happens now or in phases, so
Okay,
that we get a
I mean, it's
complete
very
picture.
conceptual, we don't have anything, but we could put something together, but.
I
But
think
that
it
was the idea was that whole enhancement of that whole area between the entry road and Stony Street was going to be, all the invasives were gonna be removed. There was a lot of downed trees, there was gonna be a trail system through there, there was gonna be features put in.
I think
whatever.
that's all great, and it's laudable. I certainly would encourage it, as I think everyone on here.
Yeah,
on this
absolutely, with the
board would,
comprehensive,
as
yeah.
I would suggest that you put language in the materials so that the town board has a record of of
Okay.
those expectations, and so that we all know that this is part of an overall plan that you're scoping out.
And Joe, definitely put that the 5 senses are also enhanced by organic materials that are used in there. So although we're cleaning up the invasive plants and picking up the dead trees.
Absolutely.
We spoke about natural rock, natural stone, like ways to, I mean, I don't know if anything's changed since I've been there, but like, we wanted to use elements that were also not going to harm those areas and still be these
Yeah,
creative
but
sensory things. Yes, but we'll outline it
Here,
for you.
So,
Yeah,
let's put
I
it in.
would put it, it's detailed in that explanation. as you
yeah.
Okay, we'll do it.
Get rid of the poison ivy and all the
All
other
right,
stuff.
we do a memo back.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you all.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I just want to mention something that has nothing to do with this.
Uh-oh.
I want to thank the planning board for doing the Pledge of Allegiance. It is a rarity. Other towns I go to, other boards I'm before, it's a rarity that there's
Is
a
that right?
Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, that gives me the chills.
A rarity.
No kidding.
So thank you for doing it.
Well, this is the town of Yorktown, right?
Yeah. Hold ourselves to different standards.
That's right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
You scared us there for a second.
Yeah, I thought he had it.
As long as you weren't retiring, Joe.
Don't do that.
Not allowed to do
It's
that,
not
Joe.
fun.
Are we done?
That's it.
All right, and I just, again, I want to make it clear that our next meeting is August 10th. We have one meeting that month. We also have one meeting in September
Yes.
due to scheduling, but we'll talk about that on August 10th. Good night, Yorktown. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Wanna
Thank
know
you.
then?